At Building Bridges, our values and how we work are core to who we are. It's our DNA, the things that make us special and unique. You'll hear information about this that we ask that you try to incorporate into your day-to-day work, and we really are happy to have you on our team. Excellence is one of our values. Well, you can't be the lowest cost provider and be excellent at all times. Sometimes those two just don't coincide. And so the values are how you make those decisions when you have to choose between one thing or another. Another value is integrity. We never ever compromise our professional and personal ethics. And I need everyone here to understand and feel that it's supported from the top of our organization through every part of our organization. I've often found myself faced with challenging decisions, which path to go on, you can do A or B, that kind of thing. And it's really proven true for me that if you sit back and you reflect and you kind of know one way is the path to more integrity, or the right way to go, even if it means really hard conversations or doing and making an unpleasant decision that people are not going to like, you never end up regretting it. Trust me, when you get down the road a year or 2 years removed from that decision, you will only regret it if you took an easy way out or a path of less resistance and didn't do what you knew was the path of the most integrity. So that is something, and you'll always have our commitment. If you're doing something and you feel it's the right thing to be done, that's something we fully support. We have respect for people. So this can't be a throwaway. Lots of companies may say that it's important that we value every person, and what to me that really means is we have to fight really hard to interact with other people as people. Everyone has value to add, different ideas, insights, background. People also have concerns, needs, and we can help address it. We need to be really, really vigilant. We see lots of families. We have our peers, or other people on our team and our staff. We need to make sure that we don't find ourselves falling in the trap of thinking of them just as clients, or just as coworkers, or just as this position or that position. They are. Those are categories. They help us think, and sometimes we need to organize our thoughts, so we need those categories. They're not definitions of who those people are. They are people. So whether it's someone coming to the front desk and they're absolutely having a meltdown because the drive-in here was awful, because their kid on the spectrum was having problem behaviors. That moment, they might need us to connect with them as a mom, as a parent, as a person, not as a client. And so we need to really be vigilant. Same thing goes for our coworkers, things like that. If we're having a challenging time, we need to understand that everyone else we work with is a person, and there may be a lot of things going on, because people have things going on that aren't captured by the definition of being a staff member. And then finally, the fourth value, and this is something really awesome. We do some great things here with the kids, and I've alluded to that, and also with our student partnerships that we do in the school setting. We are a force for good. The next layer, as we peeled it back, is what do we do in our day-to-day work? Like, how do we go about things in a way that'll support those values? In particular, related to excellence is continuous improvement. So we try to push ourselves, so we try to have systems and processes and standards and expectations for each other where we're always trying to get better. One of the sayings that we have a lot is today's excellence is tomorrow's good. Just the idea that you got to keep pushing. Like, excellence is always out there at the forefront. You got to keep pushing to stay there, and you can never really rest. Passion and positivity. So this is how we try to go about our work. I'll say for me, out of the 5 ways we work, this is probably the hardest one. I tend to just, my natural personality, I'm a little more laid back about things. I'm not a jump on the table, rah-rah person. I really am excited about what we do here. I get really excited about my projects here. I sometimes have to challenge myself a bit to share that, to let people know. And I'm not asking anyone, the fake enthusiasm that you don't have, right? But we're sitting there fired up and excited sometimes. And it's really an infectious thing. I really know that one person with positivity can make an impact. You get a group of people approaching things with some positivity and passion. It makes an even bigger impact. It is really infectious. All right, when we communicate, there's another way of how we do things. And you've heard us talk about this a lot, open, honest, and direct communication. And communication is a two-way street. So part of this is speaking to someone open, honestly, and directly. Part of this, too, is for all of us to be able to listen to someone, to take any feedback they're giving, even if it's challenging, and take it as them trying to be open, honest, and direct with us. So from my point of view, if you think there's something that reflects or needs to be said that would better support our 4 values, the best way to go about it is to be open, honest, direct about it, even if it's going to be a bit challenging for someone to hear or a bit hard. If it's not supporting those 4 values, you don't need to be open, honest, and direct about it. If you just hate someone's new dress, or some guy's annoying you because he keeps talking about the basketball game or whatever, you can keep that to yourself. But if it's about work, that's how we're going to go about it. That's how we're going to talk about being more excellent. That's how we're going to talk about things that enforce our values. And that's how we're going to listen to others. Sometimes this means that you're bringing up something that feels very awkward. Or someone's bringing up something that's very awkward or hard for you to hear. And you need to keep yourself in that space where you recognize whether it's what you're saying or what they're saying to you. The goal is that they're being open and honest about it and direct with you because it's something they feel is important to reflect the values. Or that you're doing it because you think it's something that needs to be said to reflect the values. Sometimes when it's really awkward, actually using these words can open the door for that conversation. Say, I need to be open, honest, and direct with you. And then you can blurt it out. And sometimes that just makes it a little more comfortable to do so. All right. Another thing is we're all helpful. So we're all part of a team. We all have our individual roles. What I want to challenge us all to do is to not think of our work as a collection of just our individual roles and other people's individual roles. That part of our role is to understand those other people's responsibilities and help them out where it makes sense. That is actually part of our role. I don't want it to be thought of, I don't want doing the extra thing to be thought of as extra. I want it to just be part of how we approach our day. So whether that's someone having a tough day and running behind and you can give a hand getting something done.
So we've got just a fantastic staff here with so many different disciplines, and our people who are working in the schools have so many different backgrounds and trainings that we really, as a point of emphasis, try to avoid all silos and be very collaborative. So that is how we go about our work. There's people out there within Building Bridges that have knowledge and ideas that any of us don't have. They may even work with, you may have multiple people working with the same child, and by sharing thoughts they can each do better. But sometimes there's other people who just have expertise that we can tap into. And the same goes for non-Building Bridges people. You know, the parents of the children we work with have knowledge and insights that we don't. It's their child. Same goes for other professionals. Non-Building Bridges professionals working with a kid come at knowing about that student or that child in a different way. And so we really leave information and helpful ideas on the table if we don't try to be collaborative. So our bias is on anything. Point A is to start by being broad and collaborating and bringing everyone into the fold to try to attack whatever it is we're working on rather than trying to be narrow. So this is what we try to do each day. We try to focus our day's activities to work in these different ways we work, and that's what we call them. And each of those ways we work have been the things that we feel are most important to supporting the values. Those values are the core of what we believe in and what's really important to Building Bridges. So then, if we're working that way every day, and the way we work, we're all set up to support those values, we don't have to spend a ton of energy saying, hey, were we successful in client success or staff success or financial success. If we can really just focus our energy on working every day in those ways and in ways that support the values, the success kind of takes care of itself. Success is what brings you motivation and intrinsic rewards, makes you feel good, and financial success is part of it. But for us, also really important is client success. When these families or these students work with us, that we're really doing good things and moving the needle in their progress, and that has a lot of meaning, and that is success. That is being successful. Also, another thing is staff success. It means a lot to me personally. It means a lot to Building Bridges. It means a lot to my wife Stephanie that our staff has a really good experience, that they like coming to work, that they feel fulfilled by their work. So staff success. And so those three things, financial success, client success, and staff success, those are all really important things, equally important in terms of what we call success. So when we talk about success, we try to come up with different ways to organize what we do as an organization to support those. And so we want to have our established values. These are things that have always been important to us, and we've set those up as kind of the pillars of what's important to Building Bridges, and then how we do it. What do we do in our day-to-day stuff that supports those values? And if we can do that, then between staying true to our values and doing the right things every day, those three areas of success just happen.